Right. Well, it is what it is. We'll find out sooner or later.
That's all you can ever say. It is what it is.
You either accept the sitch or you change the
Embrace the
situation.
suck, as they say. Yeah.
Embrace the suck. That's the military way for sure. Embrace
Yeah.
the suck. Go out there and paint them rocks, airmen, and go find cigarette butts to pick up. Yes.
I will do what I'm told, sir.
Good morning, my people. How are yous?
Movie quotes. Getting your dirt out of my hole, boss.
I don't. Mm,
See if the
hang,
chat knows before I give it to you.
that's either Cool Hand Luke.
There you go.
Okay. I had to dig a little deep for that one.
What we have here
The
is a
little old man in,
failure to communicate.
the little old man in the back of my head that runs the warehouse of random crap up there. He is like on skates all the way at the back in the dusty part, pulling that one up. I mean, oh my Lord. Chavez is a member for 4 months. Chavez, thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Chavez.
Amazing. Appreciate it, brother.
See that movie, Cool Hand Luke, was actually kind of life changing for me.
Morning, Melody.
Once I realized that the boss just told you to do random junk that really didn't need doing, and you just do it and move out the way. Like he spent that entire movie trying to break out of jail, and when he wasn't breaking out of jail, he was following 100% of the rules.
Yeah.
I'm just here, man. I'm just doing it.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. That failure to communicate, John, that is famous from Cool Hand Luke. If he had said that right away, I would have instantly known it.
That's the warden.
Somebody stole it from Cool Hand Luke. Yeah.
Yeah. Local radio show in town used to play it at the beginning of every one of their shows.
I mean, it's a lot like the military, especially at the low levels of the military, or like when in basic training and tech school and all that, all your schools. They only run those schools like for Air Force Tech School. The school starts on whatever date, but basic training, you may be done 3 or 4 weeks before your tech school starts. So you're in casual status in the casual squadron, which is military code for whatever details that they can find for you to do. And, like for example, when I was in tech school, I had to wait like 3 weeks, I think, before my school started. So I lucked out. Instead of being on butt and rock patrol, as I called it, or even worse, mowing, and that's a whole thing in the military, believe me, oh my God. I was put in charge of dorm guard for the girls' dorm at our squadron because the door didn't lock, so they posted somebody there 24/7.
Wow. You know how worthless you are when you can be replaced by $100 door lock.
So I was there from 10 or 12, I can't remember. I had night shift. I think I got done at 8. So I literally sat in a chair, a lounge chair, a comfy, soft, cushy lounge chair inside the door on my entire shift. And if you don't think I didn't sleep most of the night, no one came to check on me, ever. Right. I stayed awake the first 3 or 4 nights. No one ever came to check on me. The door was so loud I woke up anyway if it moved. And I was making sure nobody was having any fun. It was great. Them poor bastards mowing. I don't know what it's like these days in basic training and tech schools. When you mowed in the military, you had these metal shoe covers that went on over your boots, so you wouldn't accidentally shove your foot in the lawnmower, I guess. Somehow I never did that as a kid, but and then you had to wear goggles. So imagine being in Biloxi, Mississippi, mowing endless miles of grass, wearing safety goggles that cover your entire face and heavy metal overshoes over your boots. It was pleasant. Anyway. No, Lee, the dorm guard had absolutely nothing. All I was there was to nope, you can't go in there, sorry. So, anyway. Teal, what's going on? How are you?
I am doing good. The second air conditioner in the RV is working well. We're going to be 95 today, and we'll handle it. The only thing I don't like is the original air conditioner is really noisy compared to the new air conditioner. I'm getting kind of spoiled. Like I want to go get one of the new models for the old AC space, but they're like $1,000, and I got to eat. And then I got a radio I got to review. This one here, the Anytone 5888. 588 Max. The 5888 is actually a different radio.
Is that
But this is
2 or DMR or what?
2 meter only, but it's 70 watts.
Sweet Christmas.
Yeah.
How much that bad boy is, you know?
I want to say it's like 200. Let me check real quick.
That's for a 70-watt radio? Wow.
So this is the thing that's gotten me, because I had an old Kenwood TM281 that was 2 meters only. Oh, it's even cheaper than that. Depending on whether you get it from Anytone or you get it from Anytone, there are 2 listings on Amazon. One is $152.99 and the other one is $199.99. So $200, yeah. Oh, it's a Bluetooth versus non-Bluetooth. The one I have is the non-Bluetooth model, $150, and then it's $50 extra for Bluetooth, which will get you the PTT button on the steering wheel and whatnot. So the Kenwood 281 was 2 meter only also. And yeah, I mean, you think by that naming, that nomenclature, it would be 2 meters and 81 watts, but it was like a 2 meter 50-watt rig. And where I am right now, there are no 2 meter repeaters. There's one 70 centimeter repeater that you can hit with like half a watt from a mile away. And it's linked all the way up to Grand Junction because I'm down near Telluride. I'm in Montrose. And it's like, I can't use this radio to make any contacts on any repeaters here.
45 in tech school in Biloxi, Mississippi at Keesler Air Force Base. You are the prisoner. I mean, you know.
I mean, it's like working for any job.
Yeah, when I got stationed at Gunner here in Montgomery, now there's a federal prison here, which is like the low security federal prison. They rake sand traps and mow grass at both Maxwell and Gunner. So, yeah, the poor airmen don't have to do that kind of stuff here. Luke Air Force Base would have been terrible because if you were on one of those kind of details at Luke, which is in Phoenix, there's no grass to mow. You're just raking sand in Arizona, which is kind of icky. But
raking sand in the hot sun.
I'm always amazed at the 2 meter versus 440. 2 meters seems to be way more popular than 70 centimeters everywhere. And I guess it's longer range. It's typically higher power. But I mean, is there something inherently bad about 70 centimeters that people don't use it as much?
So it's really interesting. 70 centimeters is usually used for like point-to-point data if you're doing your own data. And then 2 meters is used for everything else. And what I have heard is that 70 centimeters has trouble breaking through the leaves and stuff. So like 2 meters is a literally bigger signal. So it can penetrate foliage better. But I have no proof of this.
Down here we call that foliage.
Right. Foliage. You leave a letter out.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense because in the Wi-Fi world, 2.4 has higher range than 5 gig, but 5 gig has better speed than 2.4, better data transfer rate. I guess that's, I don't know. I don't know. Here in Montgomery, the DMR repeater, the D-Star, and the
How could you have a DMR repeater? Why would you even need that? DMR only works over the internet.
Right. I've used it, and I think it's also locked down to just a few talk groups.
Yeah, usually they are.
Yeah.
Because there's like, about 1 million of them talk groups out there.
Yep.
And then which one does the club want to use?
Yeah. Yeah, Ben, I liked Keesler. It's changed a lot. When I was there in the 80s and you went off base, it was pretty much a red light district that was not even a good one. And I was in a school down in Mobile back in the mid to early 2000s, and we went over to Biloxi, and it's all casinos and nice now. I mean, there's just nothing but strip clubs and dive bars in Biloxi when I was there in the 80s. But I did enjoy Keesler. We stayed in like some World War II dorms in the 80s in the Triangle, the student area. James Cook said, Mama said 70 centimeters is the devil.
Don't do it.
And Matt's talking about dedicated point-to-point at 220, best of both worlds and lots of room. There is no 220 where I'm at, Matt.
And nobody's trying to steal your 220s.
And nobody's trying to steal your 220s. That's true. And if we ever lose a band, it'll probably be 220 because there's just not any. It's not really used, at least here.
I blame Yaesu.
It could be.
They don't make a good 220 radio. People think all radios from China suck, and so therefore, even if there
Right.
was a 220 radio that came from China, nobody would buy it. It's
Right.
Yaesu's fault.
Right. It's all Yesu's fault. Well, ICOM
That's
can't
my
afford to
go-to.
put brackets. ICOM can't afford brackets. That's my go-to.
Right.
You have to
But
pay extra if you want to mount the radio anywhere.
I have a 4-watt CB radio that comes with a mounting bracket.
You know, really, T.O., that
Well,
right to
you
the
got
heart.
out of it. You got out of it alive,
did.
man.
I did. Boy, I
You
was
sold
honked.
that thing.
I
Yeah,
was
I would be
honked.
too.
I was
Mobile
like,
radio without a mounting bracket.
and it's like another $100 or so, give or take, to get a damn bracket. I mean, literally,
For a piece of bent metal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they painted it too.
Yeah. Well, it's it's powder coated. I'm sure it's not just paint.
I assume they painted it.
Yeah. Anyway, that's crazy. What's up, Bricker? How's Atlas this morning? And
More importantly, yeah.
Yeah. So we got a lot coming up in the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks from now, we will be at Huntsville. And I don't know exactly yet. We might do live ham church from Huntsville, from Tom's table. I will be available to do it. I don't know about T.O. because he has
I don't know.
other
Prior
commitments
obligations.
possibly.
Jim asking me at the last minute, hey, you know this thing we've been planning for the last 6 months? Can you change your plans at the last minute? No, I can't.
Yeah, at the last minute. And anyway, and if any of y'all are there on Sunday morning, you need to stop by and you can be on Ham Church live with me or not, whichever you choose. I don't care. So T.O., let's talk about FDIA because I know we have a lot of new information. There is a website called hamchurch.com, which is reasonably current information on FDIA because I'm copying it out of T.O.'s Google Docs and reformatting it.
Did you fix the mistakes you made when you copied it?
No, I don't know which ones.
You said all the activities were planned on. No, you didn't. All the activities for Thursday were planned on Friday.
Oh, yeah, I fixed that. I fixed that.
Yeah. Blame it on me.
I was
have
off
some responsibility, son.
Chuck, that's right. Keesler flashbacks, man. Staying in them World War II dorms, spending half my weekend stripping and repolishing the floor in my room. John, exactly. I did. Before we go on to FDIA, I have received 2 emails and a phone call from the courts that said, you're out. You're good. You're excused. We're not even postponing you. You're just excused. Go with the Lord. So I will be at Huntsville. I do not have jury duty. Thank you, U.S. federal court system, for being cool. So on FDIA, okay, yes, and T.O. has this shared there is a link in the Toads Discord. Is that in the FDIA?
It's in the FDIA room. It's pinned in the top of the chat.
Yeah,
and that's the one that's updated.
Yeah, and the web page is just derived from this, but I figured some of you guys may not know how to get into Toads, so I made it into web page. So we have everybody who's showing up, as far as we know. We've got some classes already kind of lined up, some anti-forums, excuse me.
Yes.
And it is going to be
You will not be talked
sweet.
at.
Right.
You will be talked to.
Oh, okay. Hey, John. JG's up in the chat. Danny is not going to be there, so there goes the beef donation as well.
Oh, geez. No, he didn't let me know. Frickin' Danny.
Frickin' John dropping a turd like that on us. Frickin' Danny. Tell Danny we said frickin' Danny. And you can fix my womp womp because I will be there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm making all the adjustments right now.
Live on the air.
This is what we do. This is the time that we have dedicated to work on FDIA, and so we are working on FDIA.
Working on FDIA.
It sounds so weird.
I will be up on the mountain. I'll be in Huntsville area by about 10:30 or 11 after my stop for lunch at Buc-ee's and to top off my gas tank. Then I'm going to just kind of hang out up there, see who's who and where's everybody at, and then I got to go back down 40 miles out of my way to pick up T.O. from the airport. I will say that if any of you are going to be passing through the Huntsville airport area.
Yeah, if you're already there.
At around 2 p.m., let me know because it's like I either don't leave my house until probably 11 o'clock in the morning, which kind of sucks to be on vacation sitting here at the start line, or I'm going to end up going back because I got nothing else to do in Huntsville for 2 hours, 3 hours, except sit at Gigaparts and spend bodacious amounts of cash. So,
Right.
but I will be picking up TO unless one of y'all is more situated to pick him up.
Work with me in the Discord or send me a direct message if you're already going to be there. Because doing that right now while we're in the middle of doing this is
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna even see your comment probably. Lou
Right.
threw a little temper tantrum in the chat, so I included him.
Oh, well. I mean, Lou, as long as Pink comes, and if
It
you're
is
there, that's
K4H&H, right?
fine. You know, whatever.
I think
She's
it's
more charming than
K4H&H.
It is.
Goes without saying, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there's Doug. I think his name is Doug, N4H&H, who has a YouTube channel also.
Right. Yep.
146.45 is the frequency to tune your simplex radio to. If you'd like to get in on all the
Analog.
conversations and join the YL net that K8MRD puts on.
Right. He's potentially looking for life partners.
And then these times have changed. So we can do 2 to 3. And then, no, let's do 3 to 4. And then we'll do 4 to 6, 4 to 5, and then we'll all go out to dinner.
Yeah.
Somewhere. We'll figure something out. But that gets me time to be picked up from the airport and get you all something to do. So 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. So our friend Dave, KB5UTY, is going to put on a Meshtastic presentation. If you've never heard of it, or if you have heard of it, you can help us out. You can pair along. Change Chris to Alice, right? Okay, Jeff. So, you can ask all your questions because Dave knows a lot about Meshtastic because that's the business that he is in. And if you don't have a Meshtastic device, he'll have one that you can pick up. They have something called a Sense Cap. It's about the size of a credit card, and it's pretty slick.
It is.
It's got the battery in it, and you can put it on a little lanyard, stick it behind your name badge or something like that when you get down to the Hamfest. And what we'll do is you can pick one up if you don't have one. We can get it connected to the application on your device of choice because it doesn't have a screen or a keyboard. So it uses the screen or keyboard that you already have. And then, you can start sending messages back and forth. You can join a group. He'll show you how to create groups. He'll tell you what long fast means. We'll talk about encryption versus not encrypted. And there is a ham mode because it operates inside of the ham bands. What do they call those? The frequencies that they get to use that are publicly, YL speed dating net. Yes. Publicly accessible, like 433 megahertz. There's a name for it. I can't remember what it is, but 433 megahertz or 915 megahertz are the open bands that anybody gets to use. And so
I feel like that was a Final Jeopardy question because I got nothing on that one.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat will know. We got a bunch of smart people here. So you can get yourself a Meshtastic device. You can get connected. You can send messages, and then we'll be sending messages back and forth all weekend. And it's a store and forward system, so it's not like ham radio where if you call me on the simplex frequency and I don't have my radio on, I never get it. You send me a message on Meshtastic, and I'm busy doing something that I don't want to share with you, which doesn't mean it's anything bad. I just don't want to share it with you. Then I can, see the message later on when I get around to it. ISM bands, Gray Man. Thank you, Tim.
Timmy.
And Dave. Of course, Dave would know. How was the park this morning, Tim?
Yeah, y'all. Tim is doing a Sunday morning POTA live stream from a park every Sunday. It's apparently a every Sunday thing. So if y'all are into that, I need to get up early and hunt his ass.
Yep.
At 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's early. All right, so the ham radio duo, that's Mike and Becky. They're going to do a CW class from about 10:30 to lunch. And I don't expect that you'll walk away being a CW hero, able to send 60 words a minute and full head copy, and have a conversation with your people in the meet space instead of the people on the radio all at the exact same
Right.
time. But you'll walk away with a greater understanding of some of the things for CW, and bring your questions too, because this isn't like I said, this isn't talking at you. This is talking to you, talking with you. So and Mike and Becky know a lot about CW, and they're pretty involved in it, and they'll be able to help you out.
A lot. Mm-hmm.
James from Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League is going to do POTA logging. So he'll get you set up with the software, and he'll talk about different ways to log and different strategies and things that might be helpful. Like, one of the things that's really cool about it is if you are at what they call a threefer, which is you're in one physical location that happens to be three different park entities. So you're like on a trail, you're in a state park that is in a national forest, then that's three parks at once. And when I log you, Sunday school, I love it. When
That's
I log
good.
you, I actually get three contacts in my log if we do a park to park. So like there's some important stuff there. And our friend Jason KM4 ACK is going to be there doing an APRS class. I'm not sure what he's going to do in there, but it's Jason. He knows a lot about APRS. I mean, it's not like Mike's putting it on. And then Jim and I are going to do a DMR class, and we're going to prove we're going to lay it down once and for all that you can make DMR simplex contacts. You do not need a hotspot. You don't need the internet, because there ain't no internet up on the mountain.
No. Mm-mm. And we get that all the time.
You'd be surprised.
From the OM.
Yeah.
I'm never going to use digital because you got to have the damn internet. What good is that?
You can
No,
set
you
distance records over simplex with it. Ask 2E0 UKH, our buddy Digital Analog Ham. Chris.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cornbread. I appreciate that. So that like every time we do a DMR video, some people are very proudly wrong in the comments and tell us
They
internet
own it.
only. That ain't no ham radio. This ADHD Life is asking, are all the events at Gigaparts? The Wednesday events that we're talking about right now are up on the mountain. I believe they're going to be in, around, or near the pavilion.
Yeah.
But, call us on 4-5, and we'll put out an announcement on 4-5, 146-45, about when the thing is going to start and where it's going to be. And if you happen to miss the class, don't be afraid to take Dave aside and go, "Hey, you got any more of that Meshtastic stuff, man?"
Dave can talk about Meshtastic. I met Dave at Orlando, Dayton. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Dayton, I think. We escaped from FDIM inside, and we were out on the patio chatting and smoking. Yeah. And I think I was out there for like an hour and a half talking to Dave about Meshtastic. Dave is very knowledgeable about it. And the same goes for ACK and APRS. That dude can tell you the ins and outs of APRS on every reasonably current radio. Very sharp guy.
And he's saying that the events will be in the park. The Wednesday events will be in the park. We have to get down to the Thursday events.
Yeah.
We get the list of people who are arriving on Wednesday at this time. And this list is changing all the time. So if you are arriving and you'd like to be on the list of notoriety, then drop us a message in the Discord in the Huntsville-FDIA room. And the Discord should be linked at the top of the chat over there. And then Thursday, I've got to update this. Thursday, we've got some classes from Gigaparts. So I'm gonna hunt the spreadsheet down, and we're not even showing the spreadsheet anymore. Did you stop sharing that?
No, your spreadsheet.
I did not. Yeah, I did not stop. I did not stop sharing it. It just disappeared. So this is a Brave problem. I did not stop sharing it.
My hands are not even touching the computer at this time.
I did not stop sharing it. So we're using a new streaming software called Restream. We usually use StreamYard, and Restream has a very specific bug. And I ran into it on Nuggets last Monday. Jim ran into it on Ham Church last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ran into it again the Monday before when we were doing the POTA continuing education from the park. I had a screen shared out, and I could see the empty hole in Restream where the screen share should be, but I could not interact with it at all. Jim could move it around. He could do things. I couldn't even touch it. What kind of payment for Cookout? Cash would be fantastic.
So, go ahead. I don't know why I felt the need to interrupt you. I apologize.
Yeah. And we'll get to that part of it, but have some cash if you'd like to be generous and donate. And I know Lee is always generous and does that. So Yeah, timeout sharing. So what I'm going to do, Jim, is I'm going to drop off and I'm going to rejoin from Chrome because at least then, hopefully, the thing
You can
will
share.
continue to share. Because I shared it out twice now, and both times Restream took it upon itself from on high to remove it.
That's the
So
man keeping you down, brother.
yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. So the cookout, and historically it is Joe Brett and I go into town and hit up Costco and get the food, buns, burgers, dogs. You ain't eating steaks, and I don't love none of y'all that much. But everybody donates what they can. We're not going to turn anybody away, and Joe Brett is not armed at the door with a cover fee or nothing like that. Anything left over, and last year we had 2,400 left over.
It's in the sheet. Hang on.
It
It
is
was I
in
think it was
it's
more than that. No, it
uh,
was 2,400.
yeah,
Wow, Jim's right.
I read your sheet.
Sorry.
Um, Change your mic too, because it sounds like
Yeah. Hang on.
you remiked.
I did.
So anyway,
Oh,
we
right.
donate that, and that went to the ARRL Teachers Institute. So we're helping
Teachers
the
Institute.
Ute. Yeah, which is
Oh, there's a delay
K5
now.
ATA runs that.
Yeah, Steve, good game. All right.
And if you never met Steve, you probably have to look up to him because he's like taller than T.O.
I mean, he's worthy of looking up to, but he also is
He's a cool guy.
a tall guy. Drinks a lot of coffee.
I don't think so. I think he's off the juice.
He stopped? Oh my!
Well-
Oh my word!
No, you remember he had. I think he had a scare
Yeah, we can't talk about that. That's 80-meter stuff.
because he's a gentleman of a certain age.
So Gigaparts changed all the times on us, so I got to pull up that email from Gigaparts. But announcement, Jim. While I'm doing that, tell them about the new thing.
The new thing.
The new thing from Gigaparts. They're providing food now.
Oh yes.
We
well,
convinced them.
I didn't know which new thing that was. I was trying to process all the new things. Yeah, we've been talking to Gigaparts, and they've come back to us, and they are providing lunch. It'll probably be pizza from it may be from the hut. I don't know, but they're providing pizza, and I for one am not going to turn down anybody's free pizza for lunch. I mean, I'll eat gas station pizza proudly anytime. If you ever work on the bus, you get to love gas station pizza. So that will be provided by Gigaparts. I think they're providing drinks too, and if I remember right, there's a soda machine in their building.
They have a really cool snack room, and actually, when you get there, you'll understand. They have a really cool bathroom.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever used their bathroom. And Gigaparts is helping sponsor this. Obviously, they're paying for lunch, and we're getting to use their facility. We really would like you to make Gigaparts feel happy. So go buy something. Buy a roll of film.
Right. They're trying to keep the lights on and keep the doors open, so you can buy things from them to keep the lights on and keep the doors open. So
yeah, I mean yeah.
So as an example, after lunch, Jim is going to put on a 3D printing class.
Yep.
And I believe that your desire for that was that you're going to actually print some small dingus live in front of the masses.
Yeah.
And it will be good.
I mean, it's going to be an hour thing, so we are not getting, super deep into slicer settings and everything like that. We'll probably talk about. I've been kind of working through, a slideshow in my head.
Yeah. Miss me with that slideshow nonsense, Jim.
Of the things I want to go over, but the different kinds of printers and some examples of all the ham radio specific and adjacent stuff you can 3D print, and kinds of printers and costs and yada, yada, yada. And we don't know yet if Gigaparts is going to provide me a demo printer to use. I have an A1 Mini I can bring easily, so I just may bring that.
So one of the things
or some printer
we had lined up at Gigaparts, and we're still working on logistics here, and it's the soldering workshop. That's supposed to be 8 p.m., not star p.m.
Right. Press star.
Wrong show.
Yeah, I was
I mean, I'll
traumatized.
allow it, but
I'm traumatized by it still.
right. And so they have a very nice classroom that they are working on. And well, they're not working on it. It's there. It exists. And so they would like to keep their classroom nice, and they're thinking about setting up some plastic tables or something. This is where Tom WA2 IVD is going to go over his mini crowbar circuit,
Mm-hmm.
and he will have them available, and we can build them. And if I mean, it's going to be 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So after Tom has done his 9,000 page PowerPoint presentation on how crowbar circuits work and how they're better than fuses and why fuses suck today and all those kinds of things, which is valuable information, but it's still a PowerPoint. We will be able to purchase one of Tom's kits and build them. And we might be able, I don't think I'll be able to bring a pine sill on the airplane. I just thought about that. They'll think of it as some kind of stabby device because it's pointed.
What are you
And
going to check everything?
I am not planning on checking any luggage. I don't know why my camera. What am I on the wrong camera? I'm
Well,
on the wrong camera. Jeez, thanks.
I need to start making a list of shit I'm bringing for TO. I mean, I have a pine sill and I have my USB soldering iron I got from iFixit. So,
Yeah. So we can do it in the parking lot is what I was getting at. The temperature should be down enough that we can do it outside on a tailgate or something like that. If we can't do it inside and not burn holes in their nice fancy tables. And again, I respect that they're concerned about their furniture. Their furniture costs more than Tom's kit does.
Right.
So, but I also did suggest maybe some cafeteria trays, or maybe we just go down to Walmart and get some cookie sheets or something like that. Some
Silicon
kind
mats. Buy
yeah.
some sill pats at Walmart in a 12-pack or something. Yeah.
But if they demur from allowing us to solder indoors, then we will take it upon ourselves because we are hams and we overcome everything.
Right.
And we'll make it happen. So either way, we'll be able to get you hands-on soldering help and show you how to get all that stuff done. And the pine sill is fantastic. I've done 800-degree soldering over a USB port. It just works. It's great.
There's generally at least 2 in my truck.
Yeah, I do, Jeff. It depends on how much stuff I wind up bringing, but traveling with a firearm is a lot safer because the TSA they're not actually allowed to open your luggage without you, and you do not have to use TSA approved locks, and you have to go through a different procedure.
Huh.
And I won't talk about how ignorant the whole thing evolves into at the end of it, because it's all, as you guys know, security theater, not actual security. Thank you, Vern.
Vern, I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. I will pass that $9.99 super chat along and say Vern gave this because he couldn't be here.
Yeah, in Vern's name.
That's right.
We thus partake. So it's actually the food situation at Huntsville Hamfest is not very good. It is high school cafeteria quality at best. That might even be giving it some kudos.
That is no, that is too high. It is high school baseball game concession stand quality food.
So bad hamburgers that kids who don't know how to cook cooked. Got it.
At MLB prices. You're paying
$8 for a crappy hamburger, yeah.
City Field prices for a dry ass overcooked soy burger, probably. I don't know if it's soy or not, but it's so dry you can't tell. Could be full vegan, I don't know.
Yeah. So we will be respectful of Gigapart space, but we will get it all done. I have a P320. Oh, awesome.
Well, and as far as
I don't want to let it shoot me in the foot. I won't shoot myself in the foot with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be using a P320 either. Not happening. You could, and please don't give me one, Lou, or we will not remain friends.
Well, you won't remain. We'll just end the sentence there.
I'll put it holstered down on the table, Lou, and you know how that worked out for that kid in the Air Force.
Yeah, there ain't no appendix carry in a P320.
The soldering thing. So we can solder at the park.
We can, yeah.
If we all have, and there's some power at that pavilion, although I don't know about running a soldering iron on a power strip on a 50-foot orange extension cable times 5, but in the rain. But if you got a battery operated one like a Pine Sill or the iFixit one or one of the other ones, then
butane, because they have those too, butane and propane powered soldering irons. That would be cool.
Yep.
I've never used one in person, but Yeah.
I've used the butane ones. I threw it away after I got other stuff that was better. Honestly, I like the Pine Sol better because you don't have to keep cleaning the thing out.
Thanks, Bill.
But anyway, and by the way, Vern, thank you for starting the collection plate around. Maybe, maybe everybody
Yeah,
else
Vern needs
will.
to let go of it and pass it to somebody else.
Yeah, let go, Vern. Move it on. Pass it on to them people next to you. Okay, where were you at? Go ahead.
So I was ending up the soldering class thing. So the point is we will get it done. And then
I do
this
want
is
to
the
address one thing before we continue.
yes.
I don't need car insurance. I don't need homeowners insurance, but I got it.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. And there will be more than one and less than everyone.
Yeah. If Jim doesn't bring his, there will still be plenty, as you can see in the chat.
Yeah.
An armed society is a polite society.
Exactly right. One of my favorite quotes.
It's actually true.
Mm-hmm.
There has been many a time where I have decided, like, you know what? I don't need to go through this kind of government level legal mumbo jumbo bullcrap because you're being stupid today. I will just act like I'm the one that's being stupid. And then Jeff has mentioned, I think it's N4POD, has mentioned that it is beer night at the stadium on Thursday.
Yeah, you can watch the Huntsville Rockets, and I don't know who they're playing that night, but that is their
Thank you, Dave.
AA team. David,
Yeah.
thank you. Appreciate it, brother.
And actually, I enjoy AA ball a lot better than Major League Baseball. The AA stadium event is usually a lot more family friendly and fun and entertaining, even if the ball game itself isn't all that great.
It's a smaller venue, for one.
Yeah.
Montgomery has a
Thank you,
AA.
Chris.
We have a AA ball team. Tampa Bay's AA team is here, and it's a really beautiful venue. Chris, appreciate it, brother.
Chris can't make it, but he's there in spirit. And then Dave just dropped one in too. I know you already highlighted this, but I wanted to bring it back up and speak to it.
Speak on.
I did.
Oh,
but we're
I
still
already
talking
spoke
about
too. Okay.
Yeah. Eamon says you need a 2A in the UK. That's the reason why we left.
That's Eamon. That's one of the reasons. Yes, and they put it in large letters as number 2.
Yeah. So the Pine Cell doesn't use a certain type of USB-C cable outside of being one that allows power to transfer through it. Because you can get a power cable, you can get a data cable, you can get a power and data cable, or you can. I don't know that there is one that does data but not power, but there might be. So I'm including it in the
Right.
lineup because I want to be all inclusive. But what you really need is a power supply that has enough rear end to provide the power that it needs. And I don't know exactly what it is. It depends on what you are soldering with it, what temperature you need. So when I need 800, I need the 20 volts, 2 amps in order to make 800 degrees Fahrenheit. But if you're doing some lighter duty work, which we typically don't do in ham radio.
Ron, thank you.
Airhammer, Ron, thank you.
It wouldn't be the
we
same
will.
without you, Ron.
Yeah, we'll see you there for sure.
James Cook,
20. Thank you.
Won't be able to make it. I'll be at an MLB game going to Springfield, Missouri. What MLB game? The Cardinals?
That's the wrong direction there.
Yeah.
But we appreciate
way. We appreciate the
the penance. Yeah.
Dave, our hearts and minds are with you, brother.
Yeah, that's what happened to all mine.
Pray continue, son.
The Pine Cell, yeah. So I have a couple of those. I've done these panel mount, Anderson power poles and USB-C devices and so on. And some of those are pretty good, and some of those are not. I have one that's really good that I did in my simple battery box, where I just put 2 power poles and the USB outlet on, and that's the one that I use to power my Pine Cell, because it has the right PD, power delivery negotiation. But some of them don't have enough rear end, enough delivery to do it. Cardinals versus Yankees, James says. Awesome. And Jeff is right. The crowbar circuit requires some heat because of the grounding and circuit large paths, because it's designed to transfer large amounts of power. It has large amounts of copper in it to handle that, and that requires large amounts of heat to solder things to it. And that's something that we do a lot in ham radio, but I don't know that, like, if you're building a car stereo, you don't need a whole lot of power.
Well, unless you're going, full stupid with all that. I mean, I see guys putting like 8-gauge, 6-gauge wire in their stereo systems. One of the guys at work is into that whole "my car is louder than your car" competition thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm running a megawatt amplifier. So it's kind of crazy sometimes. What are you pondering?
Oh, lawnmower. He says, WTF? I'm expecting a document from the Department of State sent from Tucson, and scheduled delivery was supposed to be tomorrow. It just arrived in New Orleans. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want something good and screwed up, let the government handle it.
Let the post office handle it. I was supposed to have a printer on Friday. I was supposed to have parts for another printer on Friday. I have neither. And my amp is supposed to be here tomorrow. And if my luck goes like it's going, it'll probably not be here till Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chris Gillenwater, I would love to be at that game. I know it got rained out last night. They played part of an inning. The Braves and Cincinnati are playing at the racetrack in Bristol. But it rained last night. They got like part of one inning done. That was it. I think they're going to try and continue it today. Cover the passes, T.O.
Yeah, so the Sixes covered day use fees, and I saw Vern in the chat. Hi, Vern. I also saw Renee in the chat. Good morning, Miss Renee. And Friday the 15th, for up to 80 people coming to the pavilion, tell them at the front gate you're part of the ham radio group and give Vern Six's name, and you should not have to pay anything, and you will be allowed into the park 3 hours past normal day use time limits as well.
Change that
You
to
only
say
need to
give Vern Six's name.
give
Because they'll probably say T.O. and the guard gate will go,
who?
to what?
Anyone coming to the Friday event at the pavilion only needs to check in at the gate at the guard shack at the front entrance. You don't need to go to the guard shack, then go to the store, then get back in your car and go over to the pavilion. You can go to the guard shack straight to the pavilion.
Yep.
If you're a camper, do not use the pass. If you're a military or ex-military, you get in free. Don't use the pass. Save those for the people that are just average and don't come and camp out like the Uber people that we are. Let's see. And then Friday activities is the POTA cookout, which is going to be at the pavilion. You won't miss the pavilion. It's the first pavilion on the cabin side. So as you go in, hang a right at the Y,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and then you just follow your ears until you hear all the loud din of all the hams doing all the stuff.
Yeah, there is a like a little triangle intersection thing as you come in past the guard shack, and if you bear left, that's where the store is, and then down to the campsites. And if you bear right at the triangle thing, and there's signs, it'll say cabins. I believe, I'm almost positive there's a sign. If you bear right, you're going toward the cabins. They're all down one arm of this triangle. And the pavilion is on the left about halfway down.
Yeah.
And some enterprising soul will probably put up a sign or something. Or if you see
It won't be me.
Yeah, not me, but anyway.
Yeah, so Friday morning, coffee at Carlos and some breakfast. 8 a.m. POTA cookout, and this is where you bring your cash for the donation, and it is a free will offering kind of thing. So donate as much as you can, because this is creating the next generation of hams. And what the Teachers Institute does is Steve brings out the teacher to a location, or Steve flies out to a location and brings teachers there and shows them how to be hams, gets them through their licensing test if they aren't already licensed, and then sets them up with a classroom full of equipment, I do believe, and gives them some curriculum and some guidance, and talks to the principal of the school about the scholarships that are available, which is $500,000 worth of scholarships that are available for youth to participate in. And this is going to create our next generation of ham radio operators, so our hobby doesn't die. So definitely a worthwhile event, and definitely worth donating some money into. Our buddy, Mr. Locutus of Ham, Jean Gendron, is going to be there with a phased Z array demo. He's going to actually have the antenna array set up and working. and he'll be able to show you, like, if I turn this antenna off, this signal over here gets stronger, and if I turn this antenna off, this signal over here gets stronger, and all of these get blocked, kind of thing. So he'll tell you all about how it works, and he'll have some of them available for sale if you're interested in those. Carlos is going to be jumping. Yes, you should take your extra test, and we will be doing pop-up VE sessions.
Bricker.
He's jumping the line there. We got you. Yeah. And what we'll do, Steve KO4 AFL is our volunteer examiner coordinator, and he's bringing paper tests because internet is sketchy up on the mountaintop. So we want to make sure that you get past all the way, not just, you took your 34th question and the internet dropped out and you lost your entire session. We had to start over again. Yeah. So you'll be kind of grateful to take it on paper this one time, just this one time. And then we'll get you upgraded. And if you are already a tech and you do your test on the mountain and you pass to be general, or you pass general and extra, or you pass from general to extra, then you can immediately start using your privileges stroke AG or stroke AE after your call sign
right away.
And so you don't need to worry about waiting for it. So if you're just a lowly tech, you can do, KD9 LFZ/AG and start operating HF on the mountaintop. And even if you have no license whatsoever, come over and find me and I'll get you. You can use my call sign and we'll get you on the air.
I'm going to sneeze.
Okay, go ahead. Thank you. You get more donations if you put the decimal in there. 2,400 is a little too steep for stakes. No, it's not the cost of the donation. That's how much we raise. All right, I'll change that.
Funds I was going to say raised. Update that. We take out the money for the food. We typically, so last year, if I remember right, and I don't think Joe Brett's here this morning, probably not out of bed yet.
He's on Mississippi time.
The food was $600 to $800 for everything, and so that's how that works. And we pay for the food, and then the rest goes to TI via K5ATA. So I think we sent the Teachers Institute $2,400. I think we
did. Yeah.
We covered the food completely, and then the leftovers go to the Teachers Institute.
All proceeds go to. And then Saturday is the Hamfest, and keep in mind that Sunday is also the Hamfest. So I will be at the Radiodity booth on Saturday and on Sunday. You can find me there. I've got stickers for y'all if you are interested. And if you have any technical questions or anything, and if you just want to say hi, that's cool too. But we'll make sure that, we get you seen and get to talk to you and all that wonderful stuff. But the Hamfest goes on until like 1 or 2. I think it's 1 something. 3. Ooh, 3.
Maybe I don't know. I always leave before then because
ain't no reason to stay after you spent all your money.
Well, and Sunday, if you're people averse, Sunday's the day to go because there's a whole lot less folks on Sunday than there is on Saturday.
Right.
Which is the same at any of these Hamfests, honestly.
The other cool thing is that the Huntsville Hamfest, if you guys don't know this, is all indoors. And so you're not sweltering outdoors in the Alabama heat in August. You're inside, and the swap meet is inside. And so people don't want to take stuff home. Stuff starts getting real affordable on Sunday afternoon.
Yep. Because they've got to hump it out to their cars, and they're not looking forward to that.
Right.
Parking at the Huntsville Hamfest is actually not terrible. No. There are 2 parking lots. There's an outside parking lot, and there's a covered deck underneath the venue. So either way, if you take the right path, you'll be parking in the outdoor lot. If you take the left path, you'll be parking under the deck. And you could take the elevator from the deck up to the main floor and walk right in the building.
So Radiodity, Jeff was asking if there's any deals, and there are. They're bringing, I've actually got the list. I got the inside track over there. They're bringing 20 G90s. Zygu has some new CW keys, an iambic paddle and a straight key. They're bringing 10 of each of those. They're bringing the WR12, which is a literally bolt-on option for the X6200 Zygu radio that allows it to do different bands. I don't know if I think it's only receive. I think that's why it's WR. And it will receive an additional handful of bands. I'm getting mine there so that I can do a video on it. So I don't want to speak out of turn. They're bringing 5 6100s, 5 G106s. They do have some gifts there depending on how much you spend. T-shirts. They had some hats. They had some bags. They're bringing a couple of the HF009 antennas. Those have been really selling well. It's actually a really high quality antenna. It's a center coil loaded vertical antenna that packs up into a nice little case. They're bringing the HF008, which is a tapped coil loaded vertical. The M916. I don't know what the M916 is. I have to look that up. The HD1, the GM30 Pro, which is a new version. They have the GM30, the GM30 Plus, and the GM30 Pro. Jim, I think you're getting one of those GM30 Pros, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, she already shipped it. It should be landing tomorrow or Wednesday sometime. I don't know when.
And that one is blue. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be pretty cool. The GD88 is their DMR HT. They have a CB606 Pro. I still have one of those I need to take out of the box, but there's been so much stuff going on. The VB70-B, which is the same radio as the Anytone 588 Max that I showed earlier this morning, but that one has Bluetooth.
We have some other stuff too. It's not all radiodity. I know.
Well, no, this is answering Jeff's question of what radiodity is bringing.
Well, Jeff ain't dropped a super chat, so I'm thinking you've answered Jeff's question.
Oh, okay. Jeff, your time is your free session time has passed.
I mean, this ain't a radiodity tech support question, and
right.
you know he ain't dropped a super, so I mean, even $1 super chat to get you a little more love, but you know.
There is more that they're bringing. And those things are all on discount. So if you want some of the higher ticket items like the G90, you got to get there early Saturday morning because they will sell out fast.
Everybody, the G90, I do not want one. I have zero need for one, but it's not a bad radio.
No,
It's not a bad radio for what it is. And the price, if you want to get into HF, I would say the G90 has a lot of things going for it that the 891 does not. It has a lot of things going for it that ICOM's bottom basement HF radio does not. And that is a tuner built in, which is
a good
nice.
Tuner.
A good tuner.
World-class tuner.
Like a 10-to-1 tuner? Is that right, T.O., I believe?
I don't know what the actual math is, but your typical radio comes with a 3-to-1, and the G90 is better.
Yeah. It also has a small but color screen, which you cannot say for the 891 or the 718.
With a waterfall.
With a waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have the unholy menus of Satan that the 891 has, and so does the 857, and will smoke your amp if you're not aware that 6 meters is a different power setting than HF.
Ask him how he knows.
Ask me how I know.
Actually, he's still bitter. Don't ask.
I am kind of bitter still. So, yeah, I mean, the G90 is a good deal. If you're an entry-level ham, if you're a tech looking to jump to general, well, hell, 10 meters is open right now, and that's HF also. So if you're on a budget trying to get in, just be aware that it's 20 watts, not 100. So,
and it gets it done. I don't have any problem with my G90.
Yeah. And James said it'll tune a guardrail. Yeah.
It doesn't weigh as much,
So I got a couple things. Are we done with FDIA, do we think?
We can be. But what are you considering ICOM's entry-level HF radio, by the way? What is that, the 718?
The 718.
Yeah, I don't think that has a tuner. It does not have a waterfall. It's about the size of 4 G90s all stacked together. About the weight of 4 G90s all stacked together.
About the size of a Honda. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's
a good radio, but it's not entry-level G90 good. It's like entry-level 40 years ago good.
It's your mom's Vista Cruiser, okay?
You could literally cruise the Vista.
And you people know what I'm talking about because all y'all are old enough to have a mom that had a Vista Cruiser.
Yep.
Yeah. It's impossible to have really good fun in a Vista Cruiser unless she's, really nice to you. It's just not a sexy car. It's not.
Minivan is sexier.
Yeah. Oh, that hurts. We didn't have minivans in the 70s. T.O. and I are going to be doing some video. I don't think it will be a live stream because of the internet sitch on the mountain, but we will be dealing with these guys while we're there. And T.O., maybe we could do these at Gigaparts where we'd have good internet.
And air conditioning.
And air conditioning and no bugs. So I don't know, but T.O. and I will be doing at least individual videos on this, and we may combine it into a live stream, whatever. But this is the TalkPod portable two-way radio, and is this a POC radio? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
It's the N95.
N39 Plus.
N39 Plus. Sorry, I don't know why I said N95. Got COVID on the brain.
And the reason I mention this is I have, theoretically, Tio and I got radios from another company that makes POC radios. And we were less than enthralled with those radios. And another
No.
YouTuber has released a video on it, and he thought they were fine. The problem we
Well, the
had with
difference between using it and not using it, yeah.
yeah, yeah. But that company has told me that they are sending me their new one, which apparently is 2 meters and POC.
The TalkPod company or the other company?
The other company.
Okay.
The other company. I thought about all this because of the TalkPod. So
And you can say all you want about POC, but the POC radios are more advanced. Usually they're running some
Yep.
version of Android on them directly, and you can load apps on them and like all the stuff that ham radio should do, but doesn't because never mind. Oh, I guess we can still blame Yezu for this, like we did in the beginning of the show.
Right. Well, the thing about the POC radios, and I already hear some of you going, "No, that's not ham radio. That's using the internet and cell phone. It's radio." So the R Finder, I love to hate the R Finder. It is overpriced. It is on an ancient ass Android platform with an older than dirt version of Android on it. Not an Android fan to begin with, and
say it ain't so, Jim. I couldn't tell.
Well, the problem I really have is not necessarily Android, but I do want to be clear that I'm a little biased against Android. I don't care for it. Personal opinion. But the problem with the R Finder is it's locked to that hardware. And if you bought one of those things for $1,000, you have $1,000 2-meter cell phone that's locked on an ancient version of Android and ancient hardware. Yes, you can load apps on it, but who cares? The thing about the POC radios, especially if this other company comes through with a 2-meter POC radio, now you have a 2-meter HT and you have a 2-meter backup cell phone. And the other company, if their documentation had been on point with how the radio worked and the radio worked like the documentation said, I think it's a good deal. For $350 for a pair of these things, and you add in HT functionality, I'd pay $500 for a pair. You give one to your kid or the old lady, and you've got a backup cell phone and a 2-meter radio. I mean, I think that's a winner. And if you're like, well, it's just a cell phone. Yes, a $175 cell phone, $175 that only cell phones. No TikTok, no Instagram, no Twitter or X, nothing. It just cell phones. So if you got a kid, you want to have comms, but you don't want the kid on TikTok or whatever, it's a pretty cheap deal, and it's $29 a year to renew it annually. Not monthly, annually. I mean, it's a killer deal for cell phones. So, Jesus, can't beat that. And if you add in a 2-meter radio to it, it'll be sweet.
Mm-hmm.
We have got a lot of stuff going on, Tio. What's going on? I
So
was ranting. Sorry.
I put in the membership milestone super chat. So just wanted to put that out there.
Right. Well,
Thought you would say something about it, but no.
I was in the middle of, I was on a roll. I was on a rant, like when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor.
And then, yes, exactly. And then Bill followed suit, member for 4 months. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you, Bill.
We got Jeff here who gifted 5 memberships.
Woo,
So Jeff, you
Jeffro.
are awesome.
I don't remember how to do the party balloons.
Well, there's this one here.
Is that it?
I don't know if that's the balloons or not. And then
That's
there's
confetti.
like this one, which gives you a thumbs up, and this one, which gives you a thumbs down. I turned it off because I'm more mature. So those memberships went to Lee McNasty and Chris Bricker. Chris, could you give that to Atlas, please?
Yeah, give that to Atlas.
And then Dave got one. And then Chris W8OX. And then Echo 2 Papa 2 got one. So welcome everybody new.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, POC is not a DMR radio. That is absolutely correct. And they were talking about Link Poon in the chat. And I told them it's a horrible name. It's a very horrible name.
Right?
POC radio and Link Poon are actually 2 different things. And I actually really think that Link Poon is going to be a good thing. It's going to get rid of DMR entirely. It's just going to wipe it off the face of the earth in terms of ham radio. That's my prediction. I don't know when it's going to happen. So like, don't put it on your calendar because I didn't give you a date. But what it does is it's a virtual ham radio thing that enables you to have a handy talkie type deal. And hold on to the end of this. I know you're already getting your pitchforks out. It's virtual ham radio, so it's not using real RF, even though it's using Wi-Fi, which is technically real RF. And you'll be able to tune your VFO, and it will change frequencies, virtual frequencies on the radio, and then you can find people to talk to, and you can talk to them who are using this service. And here is where I think it's good. And all of y'all that respect your elders will 100% agree with me. Your aging father or grandfather who has moved to the nursing home and doesn't have the allowance one way or the other to set up a antenna at the nursing home or to set up DMR because of how complicated it is, can get on this Link Poon software and just turn the dial. Like out of the box, you just plug it into Wi-Fi and turn the dial, and start talking to people. Yeah, it's a lot like Zello, and not the financial trading platform Zello.
Zello? As far as I knew, Zello was just a voice.
Or that's Zell.
That's Zell.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name is really unfortunate. We have a lady at work whose last name is Poon, and her first name begins with an S. I don't want to out her. And so our standard at work is first initial, last name, so her email is Spoon.
We had a person, exact same scenario. Her first initial was S and her last name was Lim. And so she was actually a trainer. And so her email address was Slim, and she was actually a very slim person. So it fit. But she says, it's a good thing my last name wasn't Lut.
Yeah. Okay, so some member milestones. Kent.
Miss you, Slim.
4 months. Appreciate it, brother. And then I saw Cooley has been a member for 1 month. Appreciate it, Cooley. Chris G has become a member. Thank you, Chris. GQ, that's right. And then, let's see, Justin rolled in here late for church. Awesome for getting general. And the offering plate is over there to your left. Just saying.
Congratulations, Justin.
Show up late.
Legend,
mate. We will be streaming live with that Aussie tonight. I think at 6 my time.
Yeah, I think we're carrying on the evening service. I think we're doing another rant.
Right. Training union is what the Baptists call that. And then there was another one I had pinned. Where did it go? There it is. James Cook. Look into the Enrico, that sounds like a crime. IRC 380. It's either 2 or 70. You pick which one, DMR and POC. My research staff is on that right now. Oh, I even pointed to the right side. Yay.
All right, let's share that out. Share tab, that one. And then Jimmy, you'll have to put it on the screen.
It's on the screen.
Awesome. Oh, that's right. Restream, it just automatically shares out whatever it is.
Yeah.
Dominic Francis.
Well, you should have the juice to put it up there anyway.
I do, but we turned it off in StreamYard. No, I don't want to chat. Go away, chatbot. They're so needy, these AIs.
They are. It's like my ex-wife.
AI noise cancellation ensures crystal clear voice. This is the new thing. And best I can tell, this is the Texas Instruments DSP chip from the 80s, because I mean, this one here probably has the ability to be online and actually use real AI, but there are a lot of offline devices that are claiming to be AI. And
right. Yeah. That's the thing. Everybody claims to be AI. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, pretty nice looking radio. Oh, it's got that stupid Motorola connector on the side.
I meant the chat overlay thing, but...
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that is... I like that. And DMR and POC?
But I wonder if that's business DMR or if that's ham DMR.
Ham DMR. Well, if it's tier 2, it's going to be ham, as long as it's programmable.
If it's got the right frequencies in it.
Yeah, the frequencies.
And filtering, of course.
So they're calling that POC, but that may just be an app on an Android phone, because that smells like Android there.
It looks a lot like it, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But that's still worth looking at. I'm gonna
NFC. Wow. Could you imagine a ham radio that had like advanced, useful
features like that?
21st century features. Weird.
How much is that thing?
This is the website. This is not the buying site. So I will stop sharing and I will go look up a price.
$8.99 if it's $1. Let's see, Glenn. Hey, I just noticed you popped in here. Good morning, buddy. Or in your case, what the hell are you doing awake, old man?
Yeah, go to sleep.
You need to go to bed.
They obviously don't want me to purchase this. I click on the link and it doesn't link.
And Doc said Poon will be the downfall for us all. Indeed, my friend.
Moonraker sells it. Whoa. $493.95. It's cheaper than you thought, Jim. That's because it doesn't say Kenwood on it.
Yeah, that's true. $493.
So $500.
Matt here. I mean, no matter how good looking she is, somebody somewhere is sick and tired of her shit.
Tired of putting up with her business.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that just kind of happened to you because the MMDVM was doing auto updates.
Yeah.
And it just automatically removed M17 because the guy that does MMDVM decided he didn't like M17, and he's allowed to have his opinions.
Well, he's the one doing the software.
Yep. So it's already been forked, and same with WPSD has been forked, and here we are, fractured, fragmented Hamiverse.
I still think, and I love you guys. If you're working on M17, go with God. You're smarter than I am. I think it's a solution looking for a problem more than Meshtastic is a solution looking for a problem.
Yeah, but you would have said the same thing about DMR when it first came out, and the same thing about Fusion when it first came out.
I wouldn't
you're kind of a pissy pants when it comes to new stuff, Jim. Just
no,
admit
I'm
it.
not. No, I'm not. I embraced the Amazon devices even when I didn't have a real solution other than telling it to turn on light bulbs. Dave in Temecula has become a member. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
And Jeffro, N4POD Jeff, has been a member for 3 months. Thank you, Jeff. And Jeff is the one talking about the ball game stuff. So
ball game stuff. So talk to Jeff if you're interested in going.
Hit Jeff up on the ball game. We are not going to have a lot of time to do that, but let's see what else is going on. Lee was talking about the DSP chip. Okay. Let's see. Joe Brett, yeah, most POC is Android because it's an app on an OS. It's not hardware POC like Nextel radios were, right? It's an app running an OS. Now, the company that we rejected their radios and sent them back without doing videos, that was not, if it was Android, it was hidden. It looked like a radio. It smelled like a radio. It handled like a radio. It didn't have a touch screen.
It did require connecting to a phone device of some kind in order to do all the group negotiation, which is where it fell on its face flat hard.
The app was an issue, and the app was an issue on the Android side and on the iOS side. Were you using your spare iOS phone, or were you?
I was using everything I had, and I even tried to load the app on my new MacBook. The iPad version,
right?
Because MacBooks will do that, and. Yeah, what we learned was that the company didn't know what they were doing, and they were just, white labeling somebody else's product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. M17, I may have to listen to that, James, or at least go get a AI capsule summary of it. Yeah.
There's some drama out there, and I don't want to get into all the drama
and
go down the rabbit hole and then become a part of the drama by misspeaking my own version of what I think their drama is, and it'll work itself out eventually.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know the deal between MMDVM guy and the other group, the M17 people.
Yeah.
And I don't particularly care. I really don't care. I'm not that I actively don't give a crap.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Exactly. Got to say that with a Polish accent. Not my circus, not my monkey. But or Russian. I don't know, whatever that was.
That was Russian. That's what it sounded like to me.
It's hard to do Polish and Russian and make them sound different, at least in my head. But because I think it's an old Polish saying. But yeah, I mean, I'm just like, what does it do that's better than YSF or better than D-Star or better than DMR? Is it easier to program? Potentially, but hell, Fusion's pretty dang easy to program. Other than you have to buy a radio from Yaesu if you want to do Fusion. But anyway, I don't know. Well, we are looking forward to all of it. I will probably, as far as I know at this time, do a live show from Huntsville Hamfest on Sunday morning, internet willing, and it usually is fine at the Hamfest. So if you're around, stop by. I will not have a sidekick. Joe Brett will be there. I may bring him, and we'll do live like amateur radio TV, and just sit there and talk to each other slowly. And maybe we can get Ray Novak to be on the show then.
Yeah,
because he might be there.
It will be a different show than what we used to do on Coffee and Ham Radios because there won't be the co-hosts yet. And also because Jim doesn't like to walk around the Hamfest carrying a camera.
Nope, I hate it. Now, Joe Brett will be there. So maybe I can use Joe Brett, and Joe Brett and I can do the show, and he can live walk around and look at stuff.
Well, he has a lot to say on the subject.
I said maybe, because, I trust Joe Brett. I mean, he's never shared a cabin with me like you have, but,
right.
He's pretty cool.
And Jeff says he's your Huckleberry.
There you go. I mean, we can make it happen. We can actually maybe do 2 or 3 of y'all wandering around. So one of you can go annoy Kruk, one of you can annoy Novak, and one can go over and annoy that guy at the Radiodity booth that should be doing other stuff.
I should be.
So I am going to be in cabin 14. Potentially, depending on the situation, I can host some of this stuff at my cabin because there's a large area outside and a picnic table. If you bring a chair or two, we can do stuff there. I don't know, but I believe we'll have the pavilion available, and there is power at the pavilion. Okay. I also plan to do some POTA while I'm there because I can sit inside in the air conditioning with the antenna outside like God intended and be in a park. So that'll be pretty cool. T.O. is not staying with me. He's not bringing his camper.
We're having a little lover's spat.
T.O. and I are on a break. He is staying with someone else. I'm a little hurt about that.
Someone who's in the chat, actually.
I don't want to out you. I don't want to out him or you yet. Well, you're already out, but I don't want to out him. His wife may not know.
I'm secure.
Whatever happens at Huntsville stays at Huntsville, right? Anyway, Tio, you got anything else? What is on Nuggets tomorrow night?
Nuggets tomorrow night is the first Monday Q&A. So let me see if I can find a link for you to enter your questions in. And we will take questions and answers. And
Brooker,
the form...
I need to get signed up for soda. I guess because it is a soda, but I don't know if my cabin is officially part of the soda.
It's not. You have to be within so many feet of the register or whatever.
Yeah.
And actually, I want to go do that too.
We can do that.
Because I've never activated that soda, and now I'm kind of chasing soda points too, and might as well. That's what we do. So the first Monday questionnaire is linked in the chat over there, and that gives us some context. So instead of you going, I have a question, and us highlighting your I have a question on screen, and then waiting for you to tell us what your question is, and then asking you for some context and so on, we can actually get all of that context and all of that stuff out of the gate and start answering you, and then you can correct us where we're wrong in the chat. So like we're jumping the line there. And then the other thing that we're going to do, because got to have some background radiation, is there is the, what do they call the thing, the Maker Hawk load tester device that I blew up a long time ago, and then we did on like our inaugural Q&A, we took it apart to figure out what the wrong part was, and I ordered the right part. The part has arrived, and it's a once a month thing, so it takes a while to get to the other end of it. So we're going to remove the wrong part, and we're going to put the right part back on. Chris, I will talk to you about that. Let me know.
As long as we can, I'll babysit the dog because he doesn't need to be with you around that radiation.
I like that idea, Glenn.
Like Jeopardy? That was...
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
James, Chris is going to send pictures of Atlas to the Huntsville FDIA room. You like how I did that?
I do.
We'll just make that happen.
And if Chris doesn't, then Chris might not make it up the mountain. I mean, those are treacherous roads. Just saying.
So first off, all the soda stuff is volunteer, and I appreciate every bit of effort that they have put into it. And I'm going to get that on the table first. But and the second thing I want to get on the table is POTA is not without its problems. So like those two things have been said. So now you don't need to correct me that I didn't say those things.
Right.
But I find the POTA program easier to interact with because I can just say, like what parks are nearby, and there's a map of all the parks. In Soda, I have to go to a different app to do that, or I have to go to the Soda website. And the Soda website, like for Colorado, where I was a couple of weeks ago, there's like 4 or 5 different regions that are all overlapping, and my Soda Summit is somewhere in the middle of that region, and I can't find it on their website. So I had to use the Android app that Lou is talking about.
Soda Goat.
Yeah. And then it's like here, like based on your GPS coordinates, here you are on the summit, and this is your summit name and so on. So it's like it's hard to find where the park is, where the summit is compared to POTA, and it's hard to tell if you're in the location compared to POTA. You have to do you have to work, and I'm whining, and that's what this show is about. So, accept it.
No, it's about calling out inefficiencies. That's not whining. That's calling out inefficiencies. In the military,
and
we call it bitching.
Yeah, they do a good job, but that's the one thing that POTA does better than Soda does is let you know where the summits are.
Right. And there is not. So the activation area for Monte Sano, for example, is like a much smaller radius.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
And this is, what I have heard. Not,
I mean, I
because
can
I
do
haven't
it.
actually
It'll
done
be
it.
the only Soda I'll ever do. I can guarantee you that, and I'm willing to schlep somewhere, already be there, and probably sweaty most of the time anyway.
So where's
now
the park?
talking about POTA while he's looking that up? The other thing, and I learned this from T.O. at Huntsville a year or two ago, you can activate a park multiple times in one day, and it's like different activations.
It's not one day on the Earth where you are specifically standing.
Right,
It
it's
is
one
a
Zulu
UTC day, which
One
I want to
Zulu
say is
day.
like 7 p.m. or something.
For Central Time, we are now Zulu -5. So yeah, it'd be 7 p is midnight Zulu in Huntsville. So yeah, if you activate before 7 p.m., that is an activation. And then if you activate after 7 p.m., that is another activation.
And
if
the
you're
best thing to do is right on the line. Do them
Yeah.
both because you'll get your 10 contacts and they will wait for the day to change, and then they'll give you your 10 back again.
Yeah. Or if you want to change bands, 20 versus 40 or something like that, or 10, whatever. 15 meters has been pretty hot lately too, at least for FT8 a lot. And then there's an early bird activation. And I don't remember the times for the early bird. You'll need to look on the POTA site for that. But
yeah, I can't find it. I can't find the soda sign. Let me share this page out because why not?
Now Matt is saying one UTC day, one activation.
Yes, that's correct. We're saying that when the UTC day flips, it's like 6 or 7 p.m. local. So you just
okay.
stay there.
Okay, so we're not lying. Matt,
Right, so
since you apparently know more than either of us about this, and you seem pretty dang smart most of the time.
He is. Yeah.
I know he is. I know Matt. He's cool.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm not arguing. Jeez, Jim.
I'm glad we're not married. I'd have to divorce you.
You sure about that?
I already think you're stepping out. Matthew, what is the early bird thing versus the late shift thing?
That is the thing.
It's the same. Well, no, they're different things in the POTA app website. There's early bird activation and early bird hunting and late shift activation and late shift hunting.
So what are the times that demarcate the?
That's what I'm asking because I haven't looked it up. Cool. I've been doing hunting the last couple of days, and I noticed that. Well, I've noticed it before, and I just was thinking about it. I haven't looked it up, but
all right. So I'm looking for this is the store. This is the park entrance where that Y is, Southeast Nolan Avenue, and then it heads over to Bankhead Parkway, which then turns into Cabin Drive, and somewhere, I want to say somewhere like right here, but I'm probably wrong, is the summit.
Okay. So there's no pavilion there? You got
No, it's in the woods somewhere. The pavilion itself that we're going to be at is this. I believe it's this John Scoble Memorial Pavilion. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's it.
there's tons of parking around here on the side, and then this is tree cover. But when you're there in person, this is a great big open sand lot
Yeah,
that's
and
underneath
that's
the trees.
always antennas set up there.
Yeah, and there are public restrooms there behind the building.
Yep,
But
reasonably
somewhere when you get out of this pavilion area and you get back onto the main road, the Bankhead Parkway, somewhere on the other side of that is that Soda Summit area. So I want to say it's somewhere in here,
clean.
but I could be 100% wrong.
So do you have to be within like what, 50 meters or something of the official
Yeah.
point? Or
Yep. And you cannot be attached to a support vehicle.
Hmm.
So like you can't soda from your car, and you also can't set your station up on the tailgate of your truck and then put a camp chair outside the tailgate. You have to walk so many feet away from your vehicle in order to activate as well. Matt says it's complicated.
Yeah, I was going to hit that one. Jeff mentioned this. There will be 2 meter activating on that mountain.
All day. Yep.
And it's park to park for you people that get excited about this kind of thing more than I do. It's all park to park. Fire up your HT. You can get 100 park to park comms. So you can get 2 2 meter activations back to back. One before 0Z and one right after 0Z.
So I believe that Lou has just volunteered to set up a soda activation and take us to the soda activation zone.
That's what that sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. He volunteered. That's
But
what
he
I
is
heard.
correct. It's a very flat top mountain, and there is a large area, but you have to be, out of your vehicle, away from your vehicle.
And yeah, Matt was saying so with regards to the activation times. It's complicated. Early starts at 02 UTC and late starts at 20 UTC. So, shoot, 02 UTC is only like 9 p.m.
Yeah, it's not terrible. I believe that the S in this soda is different. That might be like PPOTO, PPOTA, SOTA, Taco Bell soda.
Porta potties on the air.
Matt, I have a very involved technical question for POTA that I want to run by you because I know you're smart and would have the answer for it as opposed to
Well, he's here.
speculation.
See what I did there? He's
Yeah.
here. You're here.
Yeah. So the question I have is I am in the unpronounceable national forest,
See you, Vern.
4409. It's actually Uncompahgre or something like that. US 4409. I am inside of an RV park, which would make it somewhat private, somewhat public property. Like by the legal definition, it's private, but I am not the one that owns it. You are welcome to come and join me in this park, and we can activate the Uncompahgre National Forest from this park or not. I don't know the answer to that because there's just a lot of argumentating going on about that. So it's I don't know. The Uncompahgre National Forest is like 900,000 acres, and like most of this area of Colorado is inside of it. So, and what I get immediately is that's private property, and I'm like, I can activate from my RV inside of Monte Sano, and my RV is private property, and I have full castle doctrine and blah blah blah, and it's it's owned by the state.
They're saying the
try and
park
claim
is
it for
private
yours.
property.
I'm in an RV park. I'm not in a state park.
because you're in the RV park.
I'm
But
in an RV
it is
park.
encompassed within this 900,000.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm not doing it, but it is.
That's interesting.
If it's accessible to the general public and within the borders, you are okay. That is what I thought, because it's accessible to the public even though it's private area.
Yeah.
Matt is welcome to come join me here in this RV park. He can sleep on the couch, and we can do
he
POTA
may
activation.
snore. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
that happens.
TO snores.
I do.
Well, you kept me awake all night.
That wasn't because I was snoring, Big Daddy.
That's the other guy's problem now, and I'm not going to
Yeah.
mention who you are,
Right.
but we know.
The uncompagre. Yes, I know how to pronounce it, but that's not fun. We had a lot of fun. Uncomprehensible, unpronounceable, unpredictable,
Yeah.
unflappable.
Lou wants to do a fill-in map of.
Go ahead.
It moved. Damn it.
Yeah, that's us. We're fighting. The comment moves out from underneath of us, and then we both try to highlight the same thing, and it gets
Or
worse.
we click the wrong comment. A fill-in map of the campsites and cabins so everyone knows where everyone.
That would be great, Lou. Thank you for volunteering to do that.
Lou, get on it. You're local. You can, it's pretty easy. If they are at a campsite, it's going to be a left turn. And if they're in a cabin, it's going to be a right turn. The cabin signs are all numbered. The campsites are all numbered. I don't remember the code.
They change it every year.
Okay.
I think.
Well, we'll have.
So easily enough, just about every campsite, cabin, and primitive camping area on the mountaintop is going to be one of us. That's like if you're afraid of knocking on somebody's door, don't, because it's one of us. Be afraid of knocking on their door because you're afraid of seeing what they look like in odd hours.
Right. I mean, I sleep in very loose shorts.
He does. So we did this a while back, and things change, and basically just assume that we're all friendly up there, because we are.
Yeah.
We're the good kind of hams. The new generation of hams.
Tio has the POTA blessing to go forth and issue RF Wigglies from within the RV.
Yeah.
Lou, cabin 14, right here.
Yes. Cabin 8. Thank you, Lou. I like how Lou volunteers for
Bill,
things.
are you going to have your really cool trailer there? Because I still haven't ever seen your really cool trailer. We never managed to get together when both of us are reasonably sober. No, not loose shorts. Definitely not loose shorts. Things have to breathe at night. Ham Man, an armed society is a polite society. I have insurance. Are we waiting?
Yeah, that was about knocking on the doors at odd hours of the night.
Oh, yeah.
And again, like you said, it's a polite society thing. If you wouldn't want it done to you,
then don't do it to me.
The golden rule, yeah.
Right. Is that going to be the cool radio trailer, Bill? That's the one I want to know. We need to wrap this up. I'm out of coffee.
The big green ham machine.
Yeah. Or is it like his high-speed trailer? I don't know. I have never seen Bill's trailer, and I really want to, because he's done a lot of work on it. It's actually really a pretty sweet setup from his videos.
He started out with an empty green box trailer, and then turned it into a custom camper. It's pretty cool.
All right. Well, we have Q&A tomorrow night on Nuggets. We are going to enforce the no pay, no answer your question rule. So if you've got your question in, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
If you don't have your question in,
you can fill out the form at any time, even during the show. You can fill out the form.
But don't think you're going to pop in a comment and we're going to answer your question.
Phone it in at the last minute.
Right.
Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Right. Now, if you drop a super chat with a question,
you cut in line. You're better than everybody else.
Head of the line. Head of the line. That's exactly right. Exactly right. All right. Guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to engage the button.
Looking forward to seeing you guys. It's like a week and a half away now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 2 weeks from today, we'll be wrapping up Huntsville.
Yeah, we'll be leaving.
Yep. All right.